While Disney is known to pump out new attractions to its parks every so often to keep up with its growing collection of movies and shows, Universal Studios has been rocking its same three-park structure since 2017, with the addition of Volcano Bay. Now, however, they're making a big change with their brand new addition called Universal's Epic Universe. There will be 5 sections to this new addition: Celestial Park, Dark Universe, How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. Additionally, a new hotel has been added as well, called the Helios Hotel. While the opening date of this park is still a little ways off, I figured with Hurricane Milton just coming through Florida, now would be a good time to look at these upcoming additions to the park, as well as how the recent hurricane has affected the process. So without further ado, here are the 5 new attractions coming to Universal Orlando, and also how Hurricane Milton has affected production. First off, Epic Universe won't be attached to Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, or Volcano Bay. Instead, it's a little more southeastern of it, as you can see here. The only way to park hop without a car will be by resort buses, the same way like what Disney World does. Once there, you will enter Celestial Park, greeted by beautiful fountains and gardens, restaurants, as well as 2 rides, a roller coaster called Stardust Racers, and a carousel called Constellation Carousel. Additionally, here is where you will see the 4 portals leading to the other sections of the park. Let's start off with Super Nintendo World, one of my 2 favorite additions to this new Universal Park. Now, an attraction like this already exists in 2 other areas of the world. Not surprisingly, the original is located in Osaka, Japan. Meanwhile, the other is located in Universal Studios, Hollywood, California. However, the reason this part of the new park isn't my complete favorite is that there is no Legend of Zelda in it, mostly just Mario and friends. There will be 2 lands in this area. The main one will be Mario World, and also a land called Donkey Kong Country, which will center more around Donkey Kong Island. There are 3 rides in Nintendo World: Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, Yoshi's Adventure, and Donkey Kong Minecart Coaster. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge will be implementing augmented reality, which means you'll wear special goggles that display Mario and friends racing in front of you, so that you'll feel right in the action. Yoshi's Adventure is a calm family ride that takes you on a mission to help Yoshi find Captain Toad, while giving you a great view of the land. And Donkey Kong Minecart Coaster is a thrilling roller coaster with new boom coaster technology that apparently will make it feel like you're jumping over breaks in the minecart track. Additionally, this land is continuously keeping you interested as you can get interactive bands that help you unlock different secrets throughout the park. There are also 4 restaurants within Nintendo World: Toadstool Cafe, Yoshi's Snack Island, Turbo Boost Treats, and a quick service restaurant within Donkey Kong Country, which has yet to have its name released. The only non-quick service restaurant will be Toadstool Cafe, which will most likely have a similar experience to what both Japan and California have. Gift shops will be included, like 1-Up Factory and Mario Motors. And of course, characters such as Peach, Mario, Luigi, and so many others will be available to interact and take pictures with. Now moving on to Dark Universe, you'll get to experience all things spooky from the classic monster movies, including Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Wolfman. Once again, you'll get to meet all these scary characters, as well as possibly become one yourself in the Darkmoor monster makeup experience. Vampires, mummies, and anything you can think of are all options when turning yourself into your favorite scary monster. Das Steakhouse, the Burning Blade Tavern, and the Lacey's Cottage are all restaurants within this area, the latter 2 being quick service options, and Das Steakhouse is not surprisingly a sit-down steakhouse. Waiters will be dressed like vampires, and the entire restaurant will feel like a vampire's home. Pretorius' Scientific Oddities is the only gift shop in this land, with plenty of t-shirts, toys, and other collectibles to remember your visit. This park also has 2 immersive rides. Curse of the Werewolf is a spinning coaster that takes you on a journey through a more colorful version of the movie Wolfman. And of course, the biggest attraction to this land is Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. Here you will explore Frankenstein's manor, watching the story unfold as Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, Henry's great-great-granddaughter, rehabilitates the monsters plaguing the village of Darkmoor. The next land is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. With having a land in both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, this 3rd edition will be based around the 1920s streets of Paris, thanks to Fantastic Beasts, as well as the Ministry of Magic. There will be 1 epic ride in this land, as you're taken through one final battle with Harry Potter and friends, trying to stop Umbridge as she attempts to escape her trial for her crimes. Berserk Arcanu is a full-scale theater experience as you follow Ringmaster Skender, who's stolen Newt Scamander's suitcase, full of different beasts, and tries to bring back his failing circus act. Not to mention, you won't just have to go to Ollivander's to obtain the wand of your dreams. Cosme Akashur is a shop in Ministry of Magic's land, where you can get a custom wand to your liking. And of course, there are countless shops and restaurants you can go to. The last land of this park is How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. This is one of the other lands that I'm most excited for. How to Train Your Dragon was something I loved growing up. I watched both shows, no, The Secret to the Nine Realms don't count, both holiday specials, and of course all 3 movies. Anyway, moving on from my rant, when you walk through the portal, you'll be greeted by a beautiful lagoon, an Olive Berk during its peak between movies 2 and 3. There are plenty of animatronic dragons around, as well as 3 rides. First is Hiccup's Wing Gliders. On this roller coaster, you'll feel like you're gliding all throughout the park, even skimming the water of the lagoon. On Dragon Racer's Rally, you get put on to one of these things, and soar over 60 feet up in the air. Luckily, each seat is adjustable to make the twisting, turning, upside-down mayhem as crazy or as mild as you want it to be. Lastly is Fire Drill. This ride actually reminds me of the How to Train Your Dragon 2 minigame, Blazing Shot. Only, instead of shooting fireballs to shoot enemies down, you're shooting water to put out the dragon's accidental fires. Aside from just the 8 water cannons on each boat, there are also water cannons on land. This way, many people, strangers or friends, can have tons of water spraying fun. Aside from this, there's also a playground, aka the Viking training grounds, and a massive live show that retells the story of Hiccup and Toothless, called The Untrainable Dragon. The main dining experience is located in Mead Hall. That's right, the iconic stone meeting/dining hall of Berk is where you get to sit down and relax while you enjoy your food, as well as an array of meads and ales for the people of age. Smaller food stations like Spitfire Grill will be dotted throughout the land, full of plenty of other delicious treats. And of course, meet and greets with your favorite characters as well as gift shops will be everywhere. Lastly, I just want to touch on the Helios Hotel before getting into Hurricane Milton. This hotel is essentially directly across from the regular entrance to the park, and has a wonderful view of all the new lands. This hotel has a Mediterranean/Atlantean feel to it, with its light, open, airy design. Flora Taverna is their main dining option, having a breakfast buffet as well as regular lunch and dinner. There are plenty of Mediterranean comfort foods on this list, and other special features, like an open kitchen, live cooking, a pizza oven, open grills, and a gyro station. Their second destination is Aurora Market, which serves pastries, coffee, wraps, and other grab-and-go foods. Finally, the Lotus Lagoon is a beautiful pool fit with a casual bar and grill. Snacks, beer, and all sorts of poolside food can be enjoyed while relaxing by the water. There's also Bar Helios, which sits at the top of the hotel, giving you great views of the park. And of course, don't forget room service is available as well. Their hotel rooms are just as light and atmospheric as everything else in the hotel, and you can either opt for a regular design or something more kid-friendly with a separate room for kids with Burkean-style beds. Lastly, the complimentary bus services will take you to any of the now 4 parks of Universal Studios. Finally, we move on to Hurricane Milton. So how has this affected the opening date of the new park? The short and somewhat surprising answer is that it hasn't. The rest of the Universal parks were only closed for a day before opening back up again. And while the unfinished parts of the new park suffered a little bit of mud, and all the lagoons turned into a murky mess, relatively nothing was seriously damaged. So as of right now, their opening date is still May 22nd of 2025. And that's it! A dive into all the new aspects of the new Universal Park, as well as Hurricane Milton's effects on them. I for one can't wait for this park to open, especially with Nintendo World and Isle of Berk. But what about you? Tell me what things you're most excited about with Epic Universe down in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!